What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool transfer news video. And according to the Daily Mail and the Express, Liverpool will move for James Maddison in the January transfer window. What do you think about Maddison as a player? Do you think he's good enough to play for Liverpool right now? I think he is a fantastic young talent. He is of course English and he's really playing well for Leicester City for now 1.5 seasons, and he started off his career at Coventry and then he moved to Norwich, and at Norwich he had an outstanding season in the Championship, scoring 15 goals in 47 games. He's just 22 years old, so you should judge him as not the complete player, but as a young player who is still getting better season after season. And after scoring 7 goals in 38 games for Leicester last season, he now has 2 goals in 7 games for Leicester City in all competitions, and I think he's a terrific footballer. He has really good shot on him. He's a very creative player. What do you think about this news? Do you think that Liverpool should go for him in the January transfer window? I think he would be available for a reasonable price, even though Leicester probably didn't want to or don't want to lose him. I think for like 50-60 million pounds we could be really in for a very good midfielders. Leave your thoughts down below, and of course if you enjoy these transfer news videos, leave a like and subscribe for more videos to come, because I'm uploading a new Liverpool Carrier Mode episode later today. So according to pundit Noel Whelan, who used to be a Leeds and Coventry City striker, he thinks that James Maddison would be the perfect signing for Liverpool and he could be the new Philippe Coutinho, even though I don't think they are exactly the same kind of player. And this is what he said in an interview: James Maddison is absolutely a Liverpool type of player. I can see him joining Liverpool. He can be the new Coutinho. He's similar to Coutinho in many ways. Great feet, he can run with the ball, he can see a pass that no one else can, and he scores wonder goals. He's still young, but already he is a real gem, and his value is going to get higher and higher over the next few years. And by the way, James Maddison hit back at the Sun newspaper after the Sun newspaper published an article saying that James Maddison wore an embarrassing backpack. I mean, why does an English newspaper comment on anything a player wears? But James Maddison hit back. He tweeted out, at least it wasn't a Sun newspaper, so I think that instantly made him a fan favorite at Anfield, because of the obviously Liverpool fans, including myself, really hate that newspaper. But also Noel Whelan said this: all the big teams will be watching James Maddison this season and they will know he won't come cheap. But can Liverpool sign him in January? Of course, they got Van Dijk in the January transfer window and they haven't looked back and went from strength to strength. Liverpool will also have money to spend after not buying anyone senior this summer. Of course, Adrian came as a free transfer, so he didn't cost any money for Liverpool transfer fee wise. Jurgen Klopp and the recruitment team have a brilliant record in the transfer market, and Maddison could fit in really well. James Maddison went the longest in the Premier League without scoring this season. At the beginning of the season he had like 30 shots without scoring before finally netting the winner against Tottenham, and it was a fantastic strike from like 25 yards. He celebrated like crazy, obviously, because to beat Tottenham from 1-0 down was a really good achievement for Leicester. And Leicester City, in my opinion, will be not keen on selling James Maddison because they have a real chance of breaking into the top 4 this season. I really believe so, because Chelsea are in transition, Manchester United are falling apart, Arsenal have huge defensive problems, and they are bailed out by the informed Aubameyang time and time again. But if it wasn't for Aubameyang, Arsenal would be comfortably in the bottom 10. So at the moment the door is open for a club like Leicester or Everton, and I really thought that Wolves could push for a top 6 place this season, but after the dreadful start that they had, no wins in 6 games, I think they are out of the top 6 running. But Leicester are seriously there and they could seriously push into the top 6, even into the top 4, if they can keep the consistent performances up. But James Maddison seems to be very happy at Leicester City. He said in an interview to Emil Heskey recently, "I can't speak highly enough of Leicester City. The opportunities you get and the warmness you receive. I've only been here for 1 year, but I feel like I've been here for 4 or 5 years. That's how you are made to feel here. That's just not just people of the club, it's the players like yourself, Heskey, the previous players that you meet around the place. It's brilliant. It's a fantastic club. But I think if a big club comes calling, a big club like Liverpool, then I think James Maddison would love the chance to sign for Liverpool. He would jump at the chance to do so. And he has an eye for goal. He scored 33 goals throughout his career in 158 games. That's about 1 goal every 5 games. And for a 22-year-old who has been playing since he was like 17, that's a very, very good achievement in my opinion. And Jurgen Klopp told the media what inspired him to join the Common Goal initiative, where Jurgen Klopp will donate 1% of his annual salary to football charities worldwide. So Jurgen Klopp has explained how Liverpool's Champions League parade around the city after winning the Champions League against Tottenham prompted him to join the Common Goal movement. And Jurgen Klopp was convinced to give more back to the game of football by the scenes that greeted his team after winning the European Cup. This is what Jurgen Klopp said. I have been thinking about this since June, when we took the Champions League trophy around the streets of Liverpool. I have no words that can describe the emotions of the day. We were riding in the bus, and every time we thought the parade had to be over, then there could not be possibly any more people in the city of Liverpool, we would turn a corner and the parade would go on. Absolutely unreal. If you could have put all the emotions, all the excitement, all the love in the air that day and bottled it up, the world would be a better place. I have not been able to get the emotion of that day out of my head. Football has given me everything in my life, and I really want to do more to give back to the world. Easy for me to say, okay, sure, but how do you actually make a difference? Over the past year, I've been really inspired by seeing Juan Mata, Mats Hummels, Megan Rapinoe, and so many other footballers join the Common Goal movement. They have already helped support youth football programs in South Africa, Zimbabwe, Cambodia, India, Colombia, the UK, Germany, and many other countries. This isn't just something for the richest footballers in the world. An entire starting 11 from the Canadian women's national team has joined the cause. Footballers have joined from Japan, Australia, Scotland, Kenya, Portugal, England, Ghana. How can you not feel inspired by this? This is what football is all about. I just want to be a part of this. So I'm pledging 1% of my yearly salary to Common Goal, and I hope that many, many more people in the world would join me. And that's a significant amount of money, because Jurgen Klopp is earning like, I think something like £7 million a year or something like that. So it's a huge amount of money, and I think that Jurgen Klopp will make a massive difference with that. Not only the money itself, but the way that he announced during the FIFA gala was outstanding. I think that really raised awareness, and the fact that it crashed the Common Goal website shows how many people actually googled the Common Goal movement. And I think many more footballers will join the cause, and many more people will donate some of their money to the Common Goal movement, and I think it's really brilliant. And Trent Alexander-Arnold said that Liverpool are very proud of 15 wins in a row in the Premier League, and they have to be relentless if they want to win the Premier League title. This is what Trent said. Why not? We are capable of doing it to add to the 15 wins in a row that we achieved. We are a strong enough side, and we've got the squad depth that we need. Players can come in and come out and rotate, so we are showing how good a side we are, how good a squad we are. And as a club, this is where we need to be, to keep on going, to keep pushing ourselves even further. Stamford Bridge is one of the toughest places to come during the season, and it's hard to say how much it means to us. It's a massive win. We have dug in really deep there at the end, and the last half an hour was really tough for us, but we were prepared and we were ready. Adrian made some world-class saves, and we have been able to defend really well. Obviously we can see the goal, but which was a disappointment, but 3 points is all that matters to us. And also Alexander-Arnold believes that the manner in which the Liverpool substitutes actually celebrated the goals in the in the capital in London means every member of the Liverpool squad is ready to be utilized during this busy part of the campaign. It's all about the mentality of the team, he said. A lot of players will be disappointed that they haven't had that much game time so far this season, but the fixtures are coming thick and fast now over the next few months, and there will be opportunities for everyone. We are just trying to stay as fit as possible and be relentless as possible to carry on winning and competing on all fronts. And that is a brilliant interview by Trent Alexander-Arnold, and he's right. This should be Liverpool's mentality. I think Liverpool learned from last season that we have to even go to places like Stamford Bridge and play for the victory. A draw there is not enough. In previous seasons, maybe in the title race, if you drew four out of the 5 games against the top 6 away from home, you would think that's a fine result, because at home if we beat them and away from home it's a draw, it's fine, we can still win the title. But not anymore. Manchester City are setting such high benchmarks that Liverpool have to be almost perfect. We have to aim for 100 points this season, because Man City can definitely get to 100 points. The good news is they already dropped 5, so let's hope that Liverpool can keep on winning. And also Jurgen Klopp was very happy with the performance and the game, because obviously it was so difficult. He said, "I don't expect us to dominate Chelsea, that they don't have any chances. We defended brilliant, not only midfield or the last line." I got asked already about the little offside situations, but they were really offside because the last line was really awake, they were really there, that's cool. How we put them under pressure and how we acted in the last line was really good. But at the end, it's 95 or 97 minutes of the hardest work, and that's what the boys did, so we won the game. Brilliant. That Trent Alexander-Arnold can shoot like this should not be a surprise anymore. That we are that smart in that situation to change that angle for him. The roll from Mo Salah gives Mo an assist, which is nice, and on the other side it was a much better angle. It was pretty much unsavable, to be honest. The other one is Robertson is better crossing rolling balls than not rolling balls. Brilliant cross, Bobby was there, and fantastic goals. So Liverpool really scored 2 wonderful goals, in my opinion. Wonderful goals for different reasons, and I think this is a massive win for Liverpool in the title race. And Jamie Carragher actually revealed some very interesting things from his time at Liverpool, because actually Liverpool didn't want to stop Fernando Torres from joining Chelsea, because he, according to Carragher, was finished at Liverpool. Torres flopped for Chelsea. Really, he didn't really set as high standards as he had set at Liverpool. And also Torres, because of his recurring injuries, he was never the player that arrived at Liverpool and set the league on fire. I remember he scored 24 goals in his first season. And this is what Jamie Carragher said: "We didn't want to stop Torres actually signing for Chelsea. His time at Liverpool was done. £50 million was more than enough. We couldn't believe it. I was shocked by the money that Chelsea paid. We knew he wasn't the Torres when he first arrived. I didn't feel sorry for him, but to go in against your old club, getting a lot of stick, I think it affected him for his whole time at Chelsea." Carragher is referring here to the first game for Torres at Chelsea was against Liverpool at Anfield, and Torres got a lot of stick in that game. And it was at Stamford Bridge, and Torres got a lot of stick from the away fans. And I also remember Daniel Agger elbowing Torres in the face in that game, showing him that he's not happy the way that he left Liverpool. And probably many Liverpool fans were unhappy, but the club itself apparently wasn't unhappy. This is very interesting, actually. I didn't tell you guys this before the Chelsea-Liverpool game, but Frank Lampard actually had some very interesting thoughts about Mohamed Salah and his time at Chelsea and why he left Chelsea. He was a player at the club when Salah was at Chelsea. This is what he said about Salah: "It is hard because everyone has their own pathways. Unfortunately for Mo Salah, it didn't work out here, but it is great credit to him. He went to Italy and then he came back, and now he's a superstar in the Premier League. He had Oscar Willian and Eden Hazard, who were all preferred by Chelsea to play over a young Mohamed Salah. So Salah didn't have just a lot of appearances for Chelsea. He didn't have as much playing time as he really probably should have. And Lampard continued. As for his path, it is hard to compare to what may have been. I had an overlap with him. The talent was obviously there. At the time, I think we had a lot of options in attacking areas, number 10s, wingers. And he didn't get as many opportunities for whatever reason. But yes, you could see the talent was there. But the player that he is now, or that he came back to Liverpool, I think you have to say huge credit is due. You don't have to search for anything more than look at Mo Salah himself. You have to say what professionalism and work ethic. To leave a club like Chelsea is not easy. People then cast you aside and say you won't make it there. He went on to be the superstar he is now. It is completely credit to Mo Salah himself. I applaud Frank Lampard and his comments. I think that's brilliant, and it's wonderful that he can praise an opposing player in this matter. Frank Lampard is a class man. I have a huge respect for him, and I wish him, of course, all the best at Chelsea, apart from the games against Liverpool. And thanks for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.